there, I've put some dish soap in a glass and I've got a straw and a little bit of water and I'm blowing my bubbles in this glass. Once I've done that, I'm going to get the straw and I'm going to just drag that over the page. It's a homemade straw. I didn't actually have one in the house, so I made it out of a plastic bottle, cut it up, and then I got some tape and put that round, and it seems to be working okay. So getting these bubbles down on the page, and these are quite large bubbles. If you've seen my other bubble paintings, the other bubbles that I've used have been quite small. So this is a different technique to use. So I've got my Kuretake paint and I'm literally trying to pour that colour onto the background. Now they seem to be popping, these bubbles do. So I've blown some more bubbles and I'm just going to drag them again onto the page, trying to cover that page full of lovely bubbles so that I can add some more colour and we won't have any spaces. So I've put that on there and you can still see that they are disappearing. So I've grabbed some more bubbles. Just going to keep going until I've got enough. And then I've got the paint and I'm adding that to the page. So you can see here the lovely bubbles look really, really nice. And then we are going to let those bubbles dry. So just put them to one side and then let them dry. And you can see here the lovely bubbles. Really, really effective, I think. Really enjoyed doing that. That was really, really fun. And I've grabbed an old abstract painting. I did this maybe a year ago, maybe even more. And I really like the patterns on it. And I just thought, wow, this one would be a good one to cut up. So I decided that I would do some fish shapes. So just utilising that, I've got a small pair of scissors and I'm cutting these fish shapes out there. So I need a few fish. So I'm going to use quite a few shapes here and cut out some fish, and then I'm going to choose my favourite ones, and then we need to embellish them and make them look more like fish by adding their little faces. So this one's got a lovely lush tail, just cutting him out there. Again, I've got another lovely pattern using the scissors, making that fish shape there. Now you may have a stencil and you can draw around your stencil and then cut around that, but I'm doing this freehand. So I've got some Posca pens and I decided that it really needed a border. It looked a bit bland on the outer edges. The reason being is that those bubbles had disappeared by the time it had dried and we've got a bit of a white patch going on. So I thought, well, to fill that up, I'm just going to add a border to this page and that'll just jazz it up and make it a little bit more interesting. So once I've done that with that blue, I've now grabbed an aqua green and just adding some dots just in the center there and going all the way round. And then I grabbed some acrylic ink and I dabbed that on the page. Unfortunately, I've lost that little bit of video, so apologies there. And then I've grabbed my fish, I've got my white Posca pen, and I'm just going to put their faces on. So just adding their little mouths and their little eyes just to the page there, and just putting them on. And then once we've done that, we're going to add some black fine liner. So I hope you like this, and I hope you get to try. If you like this, please like, please subscribe, and please hype. All of these things say to YouTube that people like it, and they'll push the video out to more people, which obviously helps the channel, and then we'll get some more subscribers. I've also got a join button below where you can become a supporter or a super supporter, and that just helps the channel. Just means that I can buy some more resources in order to do some more painting. So it really helps out. And what you get is, if you're a super supporter, you get supporter videos, you get super supporter videos, so members only videos, and also members first videos. So thank you very much if you've already joined. That really, really helps out. So I've decided to grab the black fine liner because I want to make these bubbles pop a little bit. And then I thought the pattern around the edges, that needed a little bit more pop. So adding that little shadow gap there, just around the patterns there. And then once I've done that, then I've moved on to the fish, and we are going to go round the white bits that we've already done with the fish. So making their little eyes pop there and just defining their mouths by adding this black fine liner. You might not want to use black, you might want to use a different colour, and just try it out and see how that works for you. You might want to use all different colours, whatever really floats your boat, just go with the flow. So I'm just making their little faces, and this is where I think they come alive. They just seem to have a little bit of personality when you add just a little bit of pen, and they seem to really, really look so cute. So once I've then done that, then I'm going to grab the background that we've already done, the bubbly background, and I've got a copper pen here, and I just want to add some bubbles onto the page. A few dots, a few circles, just here and there. You can see there, just a little bit of fun, and putting that all over the page there. So then when that's done, I've grabbed my Mod Podge, and I was a little bit unsure. Should I have the fish going across and the bubbles coming up? I don't know why, but all of a sudden I decided, no, I'm going to put them sideways. I don't know, does that work? Please let me know in the comments what your opinion is. I was a bit unsure once I'd finished it. I was like, oh, maybe I should have, put them, to the side, sort of lengthwise across the page, so the bubbles looked as though they were coming up from beneath them. Anyway, I've done it now, so let me know, is this okay? Did you like the way it turned out? So just continuing with the Mod Podge, putting those fish onto the page, gently pressing them down just in case I need to move them. You'll have about half a minute to move them about before they start sticking onto the page there. So I've then weighted them down, and I've left it about half an hour, and then I'm just going to pull them up to the page so you can see the lovely fish there. So it's been really, really enjoyable to do this. Really, really love utilising old paintings, just giving them that second life. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you again soon. All right then, bye.